the impact and the influence that it had on the culture and the music business in general was phenomenal. But the company itself, it functioned at a certain level of dysfunction.
How do you even get into the industry? Like, how did we even start? How did Loon, and I heard the backstory, you got it from in LA, Los Angeles. How did we get to get actually in the music industry?
Meaning what, today?
Oh, in general, how did you even get into it?
Well, I think that, it's strange because a lot of people, especially people that's aspiring to be in the business, they always ask this question to people who made it. And the reality of it is, there's no blueprint. Because anybody that's just, trying to answer that question, they take you for a ride. Because the only thing they can tell you is what it took for me. Right. You know what I'm saying? There's no blueprint. Because in my day and time, people would read books like the book Kashif wrote about how to everything to know about the music business. That was a real thick book that everybody used to try to study, to learn about royalties and everything. When to learn the business, what is a business? Right. But most people don't ask that question from a business perspective. They ask how did you get on? And this is why a lot of artists, have such, hardship. Yeah. When it comes to ownership of publishing, I owned all my publishing. You know what I'm saying? I know I hear a lot of noise about, Puff, his dealings in business, but I knew the business and he respected my understanding of the business, and we did good business.
This is what happens in the industry, right? You disappear, you stop being seen. People label you as falling off.
Yeah.
It's like an easy perspective. Yeah. But even hearing how you lay this up, it seems like if you do, and I had an interview with Dougie Doug, you remember from Cool Runnings?
Yeah.
He talked about the game that he saw it as, you come in, but you don't stay at the casino for too long.
Absolutely not.
And so I look at this as I wonder, when you decided to separate from Bad Boy, was that a falling off or was it an evolution?
It was definitely evolution. I wouldn't consider at the time ever being a falling off, because the thing is, in this industry, in this business, you just one song away from being back on top, or you one song away from, getting sent to voicemail, and the reality of it is, long as you have that opportunity to make that one joint, you never fell off.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? You haven't fell off. When you lose that opportunity, you know what I'm saying, and the resources and everything that contribute to that, in my eyes, that's a falling off. You know what I'm saying? Because people could, people could show you respect and homage in your presence, but ain't nobody really trying to help you.
Yeah.
At that point, you're perceived as you fell off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Was there a reason why you left Bad Boy?
I'm going to say that for the book. I'm going to say that for the doc. Because there's a lot more to it than just, I guess, outgrowing the situation. I would like to say it in that context. Because, Bad Boy, the impact and the influence that it had on the culture and the music business in general was phenomenal. But the company itself, it functioned at a certain level of dysfunction that made it a whole story in itself. How do we cross the finish line every time when you're operating like a dysfunctional family?
Right.
But yet, we all pull it together when it's needed the most. And that was the beauty of being there, because it reminds you so much of the street, And that's what I'm saying. These are the things, because of my gratitude. I don't have nothing bad to say.
Yeah.
I can't waste my breath, because all the good things outweigh the bad. So people who sit there and fixate on things that's wrong, that means that you wasn't in the right headspace. You wasn't really there. Yeah. You wasn't really connected to the moment and the opportunity it was given to you, because you were looking for it to be given to you, handed to you. You wanted, what I'm saying? You wanted to be spoon-fed and cuddled and all that. Nah.
Right now, Puff is getting hit all kind of ways. People have criticized him for years about the deals that he was giving people. And I kind of looked at it like, who else was going to deal with these folks, too? In terms of the opportunity that he was handing out. So it made me kind of reflect on that. But even hearing what you said right here makes me think about this victim mentality that I think our people sometimes really latch on to, because to be a victim at times you sometimes remove yourself from responsibility and accountability. And so even hearing you say, look, I ain't got no problems with Puff, I was able to kind of.
I'll say this: when I came home and I visited Puff for the first time in over a decade, I came as someone first and foremost grateful for everything that transpired. Secondly, as a friend, because while I was incarcerated, he took some very, very impactful losses. You know what I'm saying? Kim Porter, Andre Harrell. You understand? So to see him even come from another, you know what I'm saying? This man been going through this stuff since City College. Yeah. The 9 people got trampled and killed. People don't talk about that much, but that was the first time he had a brush with death on his watch. Then you got Biggie. You know what I'm saying? You got Rob dying. You got Crack Matt. People can say what they want to say. I'm pretty sure with certainty that this man feels some type of sympathy, you know, and compassion and loss, even for those guys. Yeah. But when you measure that to like your child's mother and your very best friend, the guy that gave you your first shot as an intern at Uptown Records, you know what I'm saying? We don't look at each other that way. And that's the problem with us as a people. It's like we keep looking at what's suitable for us. You understand? We always trying to, you know, reciprocate some stuff that has nothing to do with the person. It's a selfish thing. It's really selfish. It's like I'm down right now. So if it don't conform with my feelings, I don't really care.
Right.
And guess what? Because I'm down, I want you to be down too. You know what I'm saying? I stay clear of people like that. I always have. That's why Loon ain't never been caught up in none of the nonsense. Because I got great radar. When I see something that's, you know, non-productive, something that's toxic, something that, you know what I'm saying, it's just of no benefit, I get the shuffling, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
What
saying?
was the first thing that Puff told you when you returned? Was there like a conversation, or
You're gonna see it in the doc, man.
in the doc?
See it, yeah.
We
Because
gonna see it?
I got some real classic footage for our first reunion, and I think that a lot of people won't be inspired by seeing a relationship with 2 people, regardless of whatever indifferences we had, but it was never enough to just tarnish everything that preceded.
Yeah.
You understand? It's like a relationship, right? And I don't want nobody to take this out of content, but like when a man builds his home, you know, and all those who share your home with you, whether it's your spouse, your kids, whatever, what you've invested in building that, you're not gonna throw it away. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the wife sometimes, and I'm not trying to get no women upset, but maybe the wife sometimes may get emotional and make a knee-jerk statement or choice that she'll eventually walk back. But a man, if he's invested in building up his family, his foundation, he's not going to just easily just throw that away. Right. You know what I'm saying? And
They
that
put
goes with
time and
any
equity and
relationship, business relationship. Me and you built this from the ground. Right. I'm not just going to throw this away. Even if you moved on, right, and grew, you know, whatever, I'm never going to detach myself from my humble beginnings. You know what I'm saying? And with respect to that, you'll respect everybody who was involved in that. Everybody. You know what I'm saying? Down to the sound man, the water boy, every assistant that lasts for 2 weeks. Everybody has some kind of role in that. And that's just the person I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm just grateful, and I just wish that most of us were like that, because it would dispel a lot of this, you know, this discord that we have for each other. It's like we're not grateful. We don't appreciate nothing, but we want everything. And we feel entitled to everything. But when we get it, we don't even appreciate it. We squander it. We blow it. We throw it away. We waste it, you know? And then we go back into the same bitter state when we were sitting on the stoop, sharing a sandwich and a soda.
talk about how we had it.
How we had it.